wait, let me remove this scene first so we can just chat for a little bit. Okay. Hey, James. Good to stream with you again.
Hey, Tambo fans. What's going on?
We also go ahead and post these links. Is there like an easy way to do that on this, that just like gives you the link?
Oh, yeah, I keep going to the Tambo YouTube channel about it.
How many followers do you have now? I feel like you've got quite a bit.
I don't know, like 2.8 thousand, I think.
That's awesome. What does that put you in? I mean, I'm sure like, what is it like? Probably top 90% of YouTube or something like that, or higher.
The long tail of YouTube, I think, is really just a lot of people with cat videos, though, so it's not fair.
Oh yeah, that's cheating. You and I would be famous if we were just posting cat videos, I think, by now. Cool. Well, now that we posted the links, and I guess let's see. I don't know how many people. Got a few people watching us live. Okay, so you and I are hopping on, and we're going to vibe code a cursor for Spotify. It won't look like Spotify, at least not yet. But the goal is a music player that you can interact with via natural language. And I'm gonna pull. So James inspired me. That's why he's on the live stream with me, because he built a application using Tambo where he uses the Deezer API, and we'll show a little demo of that and maybe talk about that before we get started. But yeah, that's basically the idea. I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen. Unless you had anything else you wanted to say, James, before we got started.
I think it's a pretty neat idea. I'm ready to build.
Yeah, let's do it. All right. So before we talk about Tambo, I want to you wrote a blog post about it,
Change
and
the layout.
there's
Change the layout real quick.
change the layout. Yeah. Or do you mean like I could do like this? That'd be better.
No, we're in thirds right now on the stream.
Oh yeah. Good point. Good point. Oh, I should just hire somebody that like sits here and or AI should do this for
You
me,
need.
right?
Okay.
Okay. Now you can't see us
No,
though. That's weird.
undo what you just did, and then drag, and then undo it. Okay, now
Yeah.
drag it. Now drag that little screen on. Yeah, okay.
Ah, okay. Just user error. User error.
No, I literally wrote to support asking them how to do this.
If only they had an AI assistant that you could say, "Put my screen share in the middle," and it knew how to do that. I don't know. Just putting it out there, Evmux. If you want, hit us up. Hit us up. But yeah, so basically, what I understood your template to be is actually let's just show this demo. Uh, Audio won't work, but we can at least see it. So you ask to play some jazz, it searches some jazz music, and then it shows a player, and then you can play the jazz music, right in line inside the chat, which I think is really cool. But then I was like, most people when they're using music, they'll have like a player, and then they'll have a playlist, and they'll have multiple other playlists. And wouldn't that be cool if the AI could control the player, could control the playlist, could control your other like your playlists and help you manage your music? So I wanted to take your template, and then we'll use some other Tambo features, so like interactables, to enable that kind of experience. And we're also going to just vibe code it all, so that we can talk while we're coding, while the agent is coding for us. But
So
any thoughts?
So we're
Yeah.
making like it's kind of like Spotify, because you can make playlists and you can put songs in them, but the AI is going to help you to curate your playlist, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like imagine you could just say something like,
Mm-hmm.
show me 80s songs, and then it shows you a bunch of 80s songs, and then you could say, okay, put all the songs from 89, on my playlist, and it'll just like add them to the playlist. And you could say, reorder the playlist by, alphabetical order or something, and it would just go and reorder the playlist for you. So just kind of, I mean, I don't know how much of that will get done today, but just kind of like that is the idea. Is it goes beyond just like one-off interactions, and it's kind of like a multi-turn interaction that you can keep track of on one side and then have a chat on the other side.
Cool. Let's do it.
Sweet. Okay, so I am going to get us started. I also took a note where I just wrote out a bunch of steps just so that we can kind of go through this quickly. But the first step is going to fork your repo. So I'm going to pull up my terminal and cd into projects. Put it in my Tambo folder, but I'll call it.
Make it a bit bigger.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah.
Project Tambo. Oh, I have to also make that directory, I think. So, our demos. Demo.
So how do you get all that autocomplete in your terminal? That's pretty cool.
This is all Zish with some autocomplete stuff.
Cool.
I'd have to remember exactly how I did it. I think it's also it was a while back, and I had a lot of AI help to get it just the way I wanted.
That's nice.
Yeah. All right, so we're in a demos folder. I'm just going to fork your repo since it's open source. Yes, I want to clone and then fork. Okay, let's see what's in here. So there's the music player, so we'll cd into my music player. And then we'll see that we have some files here, but for some reason it's a little cut off. Maybe I zoomed in a bit too much. Oh, I see, I didn't. Here, let me start over. ls. Okay, that should look better now. So we got some files. I'm going to open this up in Cursor so we can take a look at it a little bit more easily. I also noticed that you're using Windsurf. Is that your favorite IDE?
For now, that Windsurf sponsors YC companies with 50% off.
Oh, okay. So that's a pretty big benefit. Because you're working at a YC company now, right?
So it's $7.50 a month instead of $15 a month.
You got to save that latte.
We AI engineers, we have to save every dollar, $7.50 that.
Okay, cool. So we have this is your app, kind of some basic standard next stuff. We have our source. We have the actual app. We have the chat page. Why don't we get this running locally? So I believe we'll have to init Tambo because we're using the Tambo API. npm npx Tambo init. All right. So we're just going to use the Tambo CLI to do that. And all the Tambo CLI is doing is going to create a project or like basically walk us through setting up or installing everything and setting up a project.
Yeah.
You can also self-host Tambo, but we'll just do cloud since it's a little bit faster to set up that way. I have a bunch of projects. I'll create a new one, music demo. All right, I'll have this API key. I'll change it later so people don't steal my account.
Oh, yeah, I should do that.
Okay, so that was it to get that set up. So I'm
How
just
many
going to do
credits?
npm.
You get like 500 messages to start, right?
Oh, I need to run npm install. Yeah. So okay. So we give you 10,000 messages on the freemium plan, but you get 500 LLM calls for free. And the main reason we did that was just so people could like set it up really quickly and not have to put in their OpenAI API key right away, or OpenAI or Claude or one of the many API provider or LLM providers that we support. All right, npm run dev should work.
One of my API keys has been used 300 times. That's kind of sus. I'm deleting that.
I bet somebody's using it for sure. Okay, so this is basically, I think you forked our template. So this is how our template kind of starts out. So we'll go to the chat page. And I think if I just say something, let me zoom in a little bit so we can see this better. All right, so I think this should work. The Deezer API, is that completely open? Is that why you used it?
Yeah.
Like there's
Yeah. No
no, oh
key.
wow. Yeah, that's cool.
But I do notice there's a Next.js error, so I'm just curious what that is.
Yeah, we'll take a look. I think what it might be is,
Oh, it's
all
gone.
right.
Okay. Oh, it's
I think what it is. So I think what it is. Oh, okay. I don't know what this one is. Sometimes we get like next errors from your browser add-ons,
okay. Yeah, okay. It's probably not. I've never seen that, so it's probably browser
but I
extension.
have no idea what this is. So how do I get out of it? It won't even let me get out of it.
You just click.
I am clicking.
Click harder.
Click harder. Click harder. All right, I'll just refresh.
Okay.
And then I might just turn these off. Right. Whatever. We'll just ignore it.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay.
All right. So let's do it again. Rick roll. So it looked up songs,
Okay.
and then you all won't be able to hear this just because of
Because
how we're streaming. Oh, geez, it's so loud in my ears, though. We need to have a volume control on this thing, Jake. But yeah, I can confirm that it does play music. It works correctly, as promised in your blog post and repo. So, okay, so let's go ahead and start. Actually, before we start customizing it, I already like how the suggestions already had some pretty cool ones, like similar 80s hits. I'm like super curious what's gonna return for that. All right, found some classic 80 hits in the tool call. Um, oh, I also like the title of this is classic shit. Okay, well,
wait, so
honestly, don't know a lot about the 80s, so I don't know if Shattered Dreams was really popular, but I don't think so.
Johnny Depp.
Hey, Johnny hates jazz. No jazz. Yeah, a
I mean,
lot of your examples are jazz. I wonder why. Are you a jazz
uh,
fan? No jazz. Take me on. Okay, that feels like an 80s hit of some kind.
I was Shattered Dreams was a pretty big hit.
Oh, was it?
92 on the UK singles chart. Okay, not
Also,
that.
for some reason now I can't click. Oh, I can click on it now. Okay, but I can't click on this one. This one will play.
Which one? It won't play?
Yeah, the one above will play, but yeah, like both of these play, but for some
Uh-huh.
reason this one doesn't. But I don't know. We'll figure that out later. Also, what
Yeah,
happened?
maybe the URL is busted. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't even notice this. So it actually take you to Deezer. That's cool.
Yeah.
We'll keep that there for now. All right. Let's start customizing.
Yeah.
All right. What should I do first? So I'm going to pull up cursor. And actually, before I do this, I want to try our MCP server. We should add that
Mhm.
real quick. So we just recently added an MCP server for our docs, and you can add it to Cursor. I've never actually tried this link. You want to do it with me right now? Live demo. See if it works.
Let's do it.
Oh, that's convenient looking. Okay, I just
Wait, did it
install
just
it.
add it already? Oh, that was fast. That's cool.
Yeah, that was really fast. Okay,
Okay.
I'm not using the browser MCP, so I'm going to turn that off just so it doesn't spam my chat with it. But let's try chatting with it.
Okay.
All right, it's planning its next moves. Oh, okay. Yeah, use our MCP server. What is Tambo? I like that it. Okay. I actually can't look through this. I like that it shows you what it calls, but it took a long time to get back. Is it just me?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, gave it a bunch of text. It's thinking. It's thinking. Okay, that's pretty
Yeah.
good. Pretty good summary. Tambo has hooks and provider. API manages message, thread, auth, tool calls. That is true. And it has a UI library. That is true too. All right. Well, there we go. Now, hopefully that'll make our vibe coding better too, because it has a little bit more context. All right. So I took some time before this call to look into how we could maybe do this. So this is, I think, the link to your host, but I also found this React player. Um, what do you think? Should we try using this, or should we just roll our own?
Oh, that looks nice.
Yeah, yeah. It's like a. It just seems like a component. It manages like what's being played, and then show you can like create a playlist with it.
How do you pass um the song
Yeah, I
files?
looked at this a little
Can
bit.
you pass
I
external MP3 link? Probably.
let's see what the test tracks looks like. So test tracks. Yeah,
It's
I looked at
probably
this pretty. I think it's just like a file location. I'm assuming that's what Deezer's doing too, right?
yeah. It's a 30-second preview
Yeah.
hosted on
Oh, here we
Deezer.
go. Here's what the tracks look like.
Audio
Title,
URL.
artist, album, duration, and
Cool.
then yeah, audio URL. Perfect. Yeah, thought that'd be nice. We don't have to like write that at like all the code to handle this, and
Hmm.
seems like it this does everything we want it to do.
Nice.
Okay. All right. Next step. Okay, so we already did this. So let's go back to cursor. Get out of cursor settings. And then I'm going to use the same chat since it now has a little bit of context about Tambo. And I'm going to give it the first task. And you and I can chat a little bit while that's running. But basically, I want to refactor the chat page to a two-pane layout. The left pane is going to
Hmm.
be split vertically, where the top third will have a little player,
Hmm.
and then the bottom two-thirds will be empty for now, since we're just going to I want to get the interaction between the chat and the player right, and then once we have that, we can add in playlists. And then on the right, there'll just be some chat. So we'll just take the chat that's already there and kind of like move it to the right. I think we have a component in Tambo that does this, but we can just use the existing components and have the LLM move them around a little bit. And then you and I will verify that this actually happened. But I'm going to go ahead and just post this in. And I'm also going to just upgrade everything to be like maxed out, just so it does a little bit better. All right.
Maximum goes faster, right?
I think it's faster, and I think it also has like more context or something. I looked into it a while back, and I don't remember much about it. All right. I also like to ask for it to do research and come up with a plan first. I don't know about you, but I find that's a lot better if you force the AI agent to actually like read a bunch of stuff and then do something. But
Honestly, I'm really impatient. Um, I normally it doesn't even get a chance to get very far before I cancel it and start trying something different.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
so okay? So you're using Windsurf. How do you compare Windsurf and Cursor right now?
Pretty similar. Like I said, like I don't really do a lot of long tasks.
Mm,
Um, yeah, but if I could get my brain right and I could have like multiple projects open, I think I could do that, where I could switch back and forth. But I hate waiting. Um, so yeah, I just mostly do short things, and I use the fancy autocomplete AI autocomplete.
ah, yeah. Okay.
Windsurf,
Let's.
yeah, Windsurf has
Okay.
been erroring out. Did it work?
Well, it hasn't written any code yet. I like to kind of
Uh
see
huh.
what it says first and make sure it's not going off the rails before I start getting like a ton of edits. So, all right. So I looked at the code base. It found that there's the message thread full and there's the
Yeah.
music card.
Mm-hmm.
So we want to split it vertically with the chat on the right. That's what we said. That seems correct. These look directionally correct, but I'm sure we'll have to play around with a little bit to get it to look right. And then we'll use the CSS grid or flex to enforce 1/3, top 2/3. Yeah, grid's fine. Right pane. Yeah, we can keep all this for now. Move it if you want. Um, okay, this seems good. Let's do it. All right. So
So
hopefully that works correctly. But if not, we'll play around with it.
Yeah, I'm pretty confident, but you didn't tell it about the music player, did you?
I haven't yet. I think right now I'm just trying to get it to like mock out the the pane layout, and then I think the next task is to add the player. Yeah, so we'll have it like do the player in the next step. Yeah,
Oh, wait, why is it talking about music card already? Oh, because I have one in the project. Okay.
yeah. I think for now we'll just use that one, and that's fine
Swap
with me.
them.
That's a
Okay,
good.
yeah.
We can always
Yeah.
just have it replace that later, but at a minimum, it kind of gets it going. Yeah, I will say it's interesting to see how cursor has evolved over time. All of them, Claude Code too, where like it used to be you would tell to do something and it would just start like pretty much editing right away, and now
Yeah,
there's
I
like
missed
all these
that.
thinking steps. Um, okay, let's see what it did. So it added the music card to the page, which that's fine. One thing that I think is cool about Tambo is that everything is just like regular components, so you could just have them re-render it somewhere else, and that's totally fine. Or actually, in a lot of like in our project, we'll sometimes first render it on a page and then register that component. So I got to run something. What do I want to run? I'm going to reject it because we already have that. We're already basically building it live. And
So
then let's
the
go.
command it wanted to run was it looked like it just wanted to see if there were build errors.
Yeah, but I mean, we're kind of live building it,
Yeah,
so
that's
you'll get an error anyways.
yeah.
Okay, so this this is kind of correct.
Okay.
There's a pane on the left, but it doesn't look very good. Maybe we should tell it. Also, I'm also really zoomed in, but still, I think that's
Well, I think it's just the proportions.
yeah, proportions are messed up. Should we just tell it? Um,
Make the left side bigger.
uh, make the left side bigger and move the chat side panel to the right. But otherwise, this is about right. And I can confirm that the sample track does play. So
What?
you're,
Can you recommend Sound Helix?
I'm not sure I can actually. It's
So
it's a it's a it's a very techno-y. So it's like
yes,
bling, 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 bling.
yeah, a lot of
It's
the
like it's
sam-
like
a
what?
lot of the
Good.
samples from Deezer are like that. So what
Very electronic.
is it supposed to? I'm guessing the left bar does not normally overlap with the page, right? That looks like a bug.
I don't think so. It's probably however it decided to do this. Yeah.
Wait, do that again? Oh no. Oh, it's using absolute.
Oh yeah. We able to fix that.
Yeah.
Okay. uh,
And
no, not much better. Okay. Yeah, you're probably right. Let's go take a look at.
this is where we go and we fix the intern's code.
uh, that's about right, actually. Message thread full. Do we have any absolute? Let's see. Fine. So, no, maybe it's not in there. I'll just tell while we're looking at. We'll say look at Tambo
Well, it
components
looks like
for
the you
fix.
can see which ones were edited, right? In the left side. So thread container and page.ts.
Oh
And
yeah, yeah. We can see. So yeah. We can look at this. So I think what's happening is this is right. I think,
that was
but
good. Let's
the
scroll up a bit.
but somewhere within the message thread full is
Yeah.
I think what's causing this.
Oh,
Or wait, what are
really?
you looking?
I think it's on the left side here. See, you have left pane. Um, huh. Oh,
I think this looks pretty right.
but then why is it stuck to the left? That's not right.
Oh, maybe I need to refresh.
Okay, yeah, try that.
Okay, that looks a lot better. Well, I mean, a lot better in the sense that this is on the right side, so that's correct. Um,
Wait, you can do that?
do what? Open this?
Put that on the right side?
Yeah, yeah, you can. It's not so
Okay.
bad. But now there's this weird gap in the middle, so that we can fix with the page. Let me just say fix weird gap in the middle. Where that is true, and actually, I can see it right here where it did it. Um, yeah, it's reserving. I think it's this reservation maybe. No, it can't be. That's not right.
Burhan, how long have you been here? How did you get here?
All
I
right.
don't know.
We'll put Wait, you mean people are listening to us? Actually, okay, I just need to copy this. Or so we're gonna just copy this. Dang it. Okay, let me do that again.
Uh, yeah, you gotta
I
drag
can.
it.
Oh wait. Here we go. Here we go. This works. This works for me. This is close enough, don't you think? Hey,
Yeah, that looks
there's a
fine.
chat. This looks right. Looks good
Make the
enough.
chat just make it way thinner.
What do you mean thinner? Oh, you mean this part thinner? I feel like this is. Oh, I guess there's a little bit of overlap right here.
Why
We can
is
have
the
to fix this.
why is the music card all stylized? Did I do that with the shadow?
I think you did.
I did
Dang, maybe
not.
you just didn't notice.
I no, I didn't have any shadows.
Maybe the LLM changed it. Let's
Like,
see. What changes did it make? No, it didn't make any change.
okay.
Yeah, didn't change it. You just forgot the work you did.
No, no, make one in the chat. I swear.
Oh,
I swear it's not.
maybe it's this. Is it giving it here? I see a border. No, that's not a.
It might be
No,
that.
yeah, let's try it. Play. Well, give me a song. What song should I put in?
Um,
Pretem, like ERI. Sorry, there's a fire truck going by, so I can't hear anything. Um, give it to me again. PRITIM.
mhm. Okay, that's not very good.
Um, play a song by Pretem. AM. Okay.
Yeah. Wait, why does it say view component?
Oh, interesting. Okay, so we have like a version where you like render the component somewhere else,
Okay.
and I must have changed it to do that, but I don't remember where I didn't see where it did that. So that is weird because it didn't change that code.
Are we sure?
Pretty sure. Yeah, because this hasn't changed since where
So
you left it.
which files have changed? Just page.tsx and thread.
Just this page, so that shouldn't have changed it.
Look at thread container.
Oh, maybe uh,
Check out thread container.
did
That
we
one's
change? Oh,
changed.
we did change it. You're right, but that shouldn't. Um, did it change it? I don't think it actually changed this file.
Okay.
Do I have to save this? You're right, though. I do remember it said it like looked at the thread at one point, the thread container. Hmm.
Well,
Man, another fire truck is going by. Something bad must have happened.
okay. Just scroll
Two
to the
two
top.
fire. Oh wait, I shouldn't accept that. Scroll to the top. Yes. Yeah, we didn't change the components that were registered, so
Why
that's
was
the same.
music card added to the file? Like,
Oh, because this is what's playing this right here.
oh, because that wasn't in this file before. I get it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So it just added this. So I'm not sure why it changed that. Because it didn't. We didn't change anything about this, so it should be fine. It shouldn't have changed that. Let me just try again. And it's with it. It's with an A, like Pratam. Yeah, I did it again. Why?
Yeah. How do you change that normally?
That is a great question. It's definitely, I haven't looked at this particular code in a while, so I'm guessing it's going to be in the thread content. Or actually, wait, is it which controls this? Well, for sure, the code that does this is in the message. Now I just gotta remember which variant. Okay, so not that message. It's maybe the message, this message. Oh, that's the message. Um, Okay, somewhere in here. Okay, guys, yes, this is the message context provider that we do, and I think also I'm gonna hide this real quick just so I can see it a bit better. All right, so this is I think this is basically. Oh wait, it's in thread. It's gonna be in thread content. You're right. Yeah, so thread content. So I have the thread message. And by the way, this is all just like code
Hmm.
code components that we give you, so you can kind of control how these work, but we give you like a good starting point. All right, here we go. So this is where the messages, message render component area. Okay. I think that this has to do with if you tag something as a data canvas.
Yeah.
I don't know if I like this. We should probably change this. Um, so that must be what changed it. Let me
Yeah.
see if we mark anything as a canvas.
Yeah. So adding something else to the page affected.
Yep. Here we go. Here we go. That's it. That's it. All right. Now let's re-render it and taking a little bit of time. Oh, interesting. So adding that is what moved this over. Where did I change that?
What was that line again? The data canvas space, div data canvas space. So if you
Yeah,
delete,
okay.
what effect does it have on the layout?
So I think it's how the message thread fold handles this, or the thread container. So like I think we did some logic. I remember when we were building this, but this is like maybe a few months ago now.
Uh-huh.
So I think we probably just want to go in and like edit how this works. So I'm just tell it like, just move the thread
Is,
history.
is data
And
canvas space needed for interactables?
no, it's not. This was like before we had interactables. This was kind of like a hacky internal version to accomplish that. So I think we probably should just like remove this.
How did Cursor know to add that in?
I'm sure it just read the code, and there's probably some logic in the
Yeah.
thread that says like, oh, if you want it on the right side, you
Yeah.
just like tag this. Um, so let's
There's
say
something
move thread
that I noticed.
history.
Something that I noticed too is that without is actually the context actually can make Cursor do things that are worse, like more basically trip it up when actually the answer was really easy.
Yeah.
Like the other day, I asked it to add a tool to Tambo, and then it wrote like an entire MCP uh, file.
Like a,
Yeah.
yeah, I do find that I had a similar experience recently where we were adding a feature and I tried two different agents because I was just curious to see the output for both. And we ended up having a feature we implemented that wasn't like probably implemented the right way.
Hmm.
And so instead of it kind of noticing that and saying, "Oh, you
Yeah.
probably should just change how this other feature works so that this is much simpler," it just worked around that and just built like wrote a ton of code to deal with it.
Yeah.
Um, and so the solution was we like took a little bit of time to look at it, and actually like Alec on the team looked into it, and he was like, "Oh yeah, this is because we built this other feature this way, and so we just change this, and then it should be much simpler." And then I gave almost the exact same prompt again to the agent, and
Yeah.
then it wrote like I don't know, maybe 1/10 the amount of code, and it was much like clearer and simpler. Um, I
Yeah.
think this is like probably pretty related to how LLMs are a bit like sycophantic, where they just
Yeah.
they're or not sycophantic, they're kind of like yes men. They'll just like do whatever you tell them to do, and they won't really think critically about like coming back. Like a good engineer will be like, hey, I could implement this, but probably should go do these things first instead.
Yeah.
Fix these problems because then it'll be much faster and much better. It will just go do that. So let's see. Okay, so it removed. It removed. Let's see what it did. Let's just see like if this actually works. Um, okay. I'll just do the Rickroll one again. Rickroll's so easy. It knows what I want.
Michael, I know you must listen to actual music, right?
I
You must have
do.
some favorite some music that you listen to. Some
All right, all right. I'll put one in I like. Okay, so this works again now, but we have to figure out how to get this over here. So we'll probably have to like go do some work in the thread history.
um
Um,
can I suggest maybe we should just maybe we should just keep going like for the sake of getting an MVP.
how about we
And
just, you know what? Maybe the simplest is let's just get rid of thread history. That's probably like the right solution. We don't really need that right now. I'll
sure.
just wonder if it's just this. Like, just delete this.
Does that
That should
work?
be.
I don't think that
Uh,
I would have done it
yeah.
differently.
We could do. Oh, so this is actually what's handling it. That's like history position.
Yeah.
How would you do it? Tell me.
Oh, I would have just like removed the I would have just turned that into an empty div. Like, you know what I mean?
I see what you're saying. That's a good point.
Like I mean, we can of
Uh,
course it can be cleaned up later, but or just yeah, exactly. Uh-huh. Yeah, tab.
oh,
Uh, yeah.
all right.
There.
Boom. All right. Solved our first problem.
Okay.
All right. So next step, let's skip ahead. Or this is good enough.
Mhm.
All right. So we already have a way to search teaser, so we can just go ahead and skip that step, I believe. And then oh wait, but we should do this step. Sorry, I skipped step 2. All right. So we
Yeah.
want to use the React list player instead of the one you created. And then
Mhm.
we're going to wrap it with an interactable
Okay.
so that the chat can message with it and then look at the code. But all right. So what's it doing? It's looking at the Tambo TS, which probably doesn't need to. Hope it won't add it there. It's searching the web. Might need to tell it to use the MCP server, but we'll see. I found that sometimes the searches like don't find anything useful and maybe even show like the wrong thing. I've seen that a few different times.
Dude,
Uh,
I swear like just cuz no one's watching this stream, I can say this. Like $1 billion AI startup idea is just to make a good search engine for searching code, like code documentation
mm,
and up to date headers, docs
yeah,
headers. That would be perfect.
yeah, that is fair. Because like I even find that sometimes like I've added docs to Cursor like as a feature you can add it,
Mhm.
and it still will like get it wrong, which I just don't understand. Like you have all of the docs
Yeah.
indexed, like it should get the right thing. But I
Trivial
also
thing.
think sometimes
Yeah.
I think sometimes they're overly reliant too on their previous knowledge.
Mhm.
So like even though you give it
Yeah.
all the context, it'll say, I remember version 3 times ago, like, 3 versions ago. This is how it's done. And then it'll like do it wrong. And then you'll say it's wrong. And then it'll like look at the docs again
Yeah.
and say, oh, you're right. I did the old version. And it's like,
Yeah.
why? You know that your version is old. Why are you doing this? Um,
It's not really good at comparing. It's not really good at like comparing numbers. That's the thing.
yeah.
It's,
Yeah, I have used it actually. Somebody recommended to use it for Tambo because we didn't have NLM text at the time. Do you find that that's really helpful? Does that work for you?
mm, mm, yeah. Nice.
All right. Let's see. It's still thinking. It's in a lot of thinking.
Nice.
Yeah. It is amazing how much more it will think these days.
Is that a good thing though?
I don't know. I mean, if it gets the right answer, um,
Yeah.
oh, it can't find React list player. There definitely is one. Why don't we just go ahead and install it and see if it can deal with it then. Npm install.
No, there isn't one.
Oh, I think it renamed actually, or something like that.
Oh
Wait,
wait,
is there really not one?
there's one.
Yeah, yeah,
But it was recently changed, but now it is React List Player now.
yeah. There you go. The AI not knowing something that's like newer and deciding it doesn't exist.
Well, where did it look for it though?
I
Did
don't
it
know.
actually look? Can you see? What?
Let's see. It searched.
Search the web.
It searched the web. It found React
Ah,
List, but
it
not
found the
List
old. It found
Player.
like a different thing, and then it. Okay. See, all it had
Uh,
to do was search npm.
I just installed it. Actually, here's what we can do. We'll just grab the docs from it. I think that would help. I don't want to edit it actually. I just want to get.
Man, I swear, if Cursor were open source, people would already like fixed all this stuff, made it work properly. That's just my opinion.
I
Thing is, actually, Burhan. Unfortunately, no one can hear Burhan on the stream because he's backstage. Just so you know,
Oh really? I didn't know that.
only we can hear him.
So when we're talking to him, it's like
Yeah,
there's some random person we're
yeah,
talking to that nobody can see.
nice. But
Uh, we can add you. Do you want
but
to? Now everyone can hear you, Burhan.
but Burhan,
Yeah.
you say
Uh-huh.
you say they're moving really fast. They've been
Yeah.
moving, and how long they've been around for what, like 2 years? So they've been moving really fast for 2 years, and it still can't figure out whether a Node.js package exists or not.
Yeah. Fair
I
enough.
don't buy that.
Yeah.
That-
Okay, now that it knows it exists, it is. We'll see if it can do it. It is creating a player.ts using it. Also, one thing I've noticed is it's interesting that like when it's creating the code, it shows this. It looks clickable, but the file doesn't exist yet, so it can't open it. Kind of wish that it would just create the file first and then
yeah,
write the code, and then I could like, or I could even see it like generating the code. I always
yeah,
feel like I just want to be able to see everything. I don't want to. I don't want to have anything hidden from me.
of course.
Um,
Yeah.
that's kind of my take, but maybe that's not what everybody else wants.
No, I need to see it.
Okay, so I did a pretty good first pass on this, although it tried to import types that may exist or may not exist. Still unclear. Nope.
Eventually, it should fix those errors.
And just let it be.
Yeah, you may step on, be crossing paths with it.
That's fair. That's fair.
Should see
We'll look at the rest while it's going.
Yeah. But
So okay, it's got player state, some player actions. So these are all like play, pause. That makes sense. There's some updating the player state.
so this file is what, a wrapper around React list player? Is that what this is?
I believe so.
What is happening
Wow,
in this
this is
file?
there's a lot going on in here.
Yeah. So you told us
Jeez.
to use React list player. Yeah.
Yeah.
What model? What
Under
model
the
are we dealing with right now?
under the hood, it is. This is GPT-5,
Okay. And
which is supposed to be world class. So
Soda, yeah. But and this is what does it import React list player at the top of this file?
it does. Yep. Yep. And that all seems to be fine.
So it's what it's like wrapping it.
Yeah. It's actually doing a pretty good job right now of figuring out all the problems, like all the things it made.
That it created, yeah.
All the problems it created. It's fixing them.
But like, why is it? Wait, is it adding the play, pause, or zoom buttons that already exist in the list player? Is it adding them again? Is it like building a music player around the music player?
I think it might be.
Yeah.
Okay, let's stop it.
I just want to say I love vibe coding. Like this changed my life, guys.
It makes you realize you're still gonna have a job a bit longer.
It brings in some entertainment.
Wow. Yeah. It really. It's basically like re-implemented a lot of it.
Okay.
Why are you re-implementing?
I think it's just like the way it feels to me is just that it's like really, really, really eager. It's like I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this.
I have heard a lot of people describe it as it's like an overeager intern. I'm like that actually sounds about right. Like it's like it can write code. It's like knowledgeable, but then it doesn't. It seems like it's like lacking some judgment maybe in like, hey, I probably shouldn't. Okay, it says it's not re-implementing.
Doesn't do media. Wait, so can you go back to the GitHub page for React list player?
Yeah, maybe it just handles the UI.
Let's see.
We did kind of scan this pretty quick. Yeah, I feel like it might just be handling all the UI, but not the actual like playing. Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah. So here, it does want you to write these use effects that like manage the playing of it.
Oh, really?
I think.
Okay, yeah, because I just saw the screenshot that they provided where it had a music player there. Well, when I look at the code example that they provide, it's like 10 lines of code, and it seems to have.
Yeah, I think this added a lot of stuff, and that might partially be my prompt. That it like wanted to add a lot of stuff. Oh, it's even like keeping track of the entire queue. So this is like just kind of gone beyond what we asked it for. That might be what this is. Here, why don't we?
But it should already do that, like because it is a list player. So that is what the queue is a list.
Let's just test this and see what it does. And we get a bunch of errors, so that it doesn't even work. Oh, geez. All right, let's try and walk this back.
Can we? I don't know. I need some reality check here on whether this vibe coding stuff works. I'm starting to. question a lot of things.
Yeah, this is like pretty bad.
But I think
I feel like I do it does work for me sometimes, but
you didn't give it. I think maybe it didn't have a real example of how to use it,
yeah.
right?
I mean, I gave it the whole README though.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, this is the
Okay.
entire README.
And at the top of there's a pretty clear example. Okay.
Yeah, there's a great example.
Okay.
Um,
Okay. What are we gonna do? Are we gonna undo it? Uh, I might. If it were me, I might try to undo the last change. I might undo all and then just like edit the prompt and say like give a bare minimum implementation of like
yeah,
of just take the player and connect it to and connect the existing props that it has with using Tambo.
yeah, that was pretty wild. Oh, also I should get rid of it on the page. That's gonna.
Just because I like causing debate. Um, have
Yeah,
you seen this?
let's do
Have you
it.
seen this Paul Graham quote that says, "I met a founder today who said he writes 10,000 lines of code a day now thanks to AI." Has anyone seen that?
Yeah, I
No, I
have.
haven't seen this.
Yeah, and then people are like calling him out on Twitter, and he said, "No, no, I know this guy. He's a good programmer."
I
Like, yeah. So yeah,
I don't know. Maybe. Uh, I do feel like there is a skill in how you prompt it. Like maybe if I had a better prompt, it would do a little bit better.
yeah, you're right.
But
We're just we're just not prompting well enough. It's all prompt engineering, you know? If we could just be better prompt engineers, then we wouldn't then yeah, we would eliminate ourselves probably,
but
right?
I mean, in some ways, if you think about it, I feel like this is the problem. Like a very common human problem is like, how do you give people enough instruction to do the right thing? And
Uh-huh.
this is why we have video meetings and why we
Yeah.
have stand-ups and like do all these different basically like prompt engineering type exercises for humans,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And then
Sure.
we give like 15 bullets to an LLM and assume that it's going to be able to like figure out all the detail and all the context. Um,
That's true. One thing that
okay,
LLM
okay, this is much simpler.
is better.
Oh, this is looking way better. Although it's doing some math stuff, which I'm like, why is it doing that?
It's just doing some
Uh,
seconds. It's like converting seconds into a timestamp.
yeah,
Looks
yeah.
legit.
That looks okay.
Yeah.
Okay, this looks a lot
So
better.
let's see.
Let's see if it runs. Okay, nothing gets rendered though.
Ah, I'm
That's a bad sign.
gonna kill myself.
Okay, it is use client. I was worried that like maybe it was trying to like server side render
What's
it
the
or
error?
something. That should do that locally.
What's the
There's
error?
this error. It's that random. Oh, it's just like
No,
some
this is
SSR
different. This
error.
is different.
This one though is I believe this one is from some like something's inserting something on the page and
Did,
Next doesn't like
did you
that.
did you refresh?
Uh, I will again.
Uh,
Yep. Nope. Still nothing. Oh, maybe it needs did it add it to the page? I think it said it did. Oh, it removed. It's not showing it. That's why.
it says it expects the queue state to be provided from Tambo. Um,
Okay.
list player renders but needs prop updates. Um, because the
So
list is passed in through the props, right? Duh.
yeah. So we'll just say okay. I know how to fix this. We'll just say
But Tambo can do
um,
that.
yeah. I can add to page with um, default props using Tambo HOC.
So I have actually a question about Tambo. My biggest, so I- like overall, my experience with Tambo has been fantastic. Like really cool. Makes the AI full stack developers' life a little more beautiful. However, the biggest doubt I have about Tambo is how are you going to deal with things with huge states? Because if the
Mm,
state, like, imagine you have a
yeah.
list player, or imagine you have a spreadsheet, right?
Yep. Yep.
Like maybe there's like 1,000 cells. Is the
Yep.
LLM every time gonna write all the state every time it updates?
Okay. Okay. So we have thought about that. So right now, um, it will update the entire state. We have a feature
Mhm.
in our backlog
Yeah,
where it can do like it'll basically just do diffs. So it'll just say
yeah,
like the LLM will just tell you what diffs it should make.
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
that's one case. The other thing that we've worked on, what we want to work on is, or actually, I give you like two answers to that question. So one is like there's one problem of like let's say you have a massive state on page or like somewhere wherever it's being rendered or something. It's like 100,000
yeah,
tokens of state, and you're like that shouldn't get passed with every message. Um, so what we've thought about doing is having we have this thing called additional context, which is just a hook that lets you add context to the chat message, but
yeah,
you could override it with your own kind of summarization mechanism. Like, hey, tell me just like summary data about this interactable. Like, hey, it has 10,000 rows. It has these, uh,
yeah,
like maybe some just like classic
yeah.
yeah, summary data, like min max values, and then all of the columns and like all the standard stuff that you would want to know
Right.
like at a high level. And then it can then the tools right now are really simple with interactables, but you could imagine having tools that are like, hey, just give me bits and pieces of this interactable, or just like change states of this interactable, but not the whole thing.
Exactly.
Like I know that there's a let's say and a specific example might be, hey, I want you to just sort this list by alphabetical. Well,
Yeah,
you don't. It doesn't need to like access the entire list to do that. It could just access a property that tells it how to sort it, right?
yeah,
So that's kind of one of the ways we thought about it. And this is I think where the development work comes in,
yeah,
and this is one of our theories around this. And people have always been like, oh, why not just have everything be generative? And it's because look at this, like when it's just like fully generative, it's pretty
right.
hit or miss when it'll work. But if you have some pretty good guardrails, it does a lot better. So that's the way we thought about it. But I'm curious to get your thoughts on it. If you think there's like other better ways for us to do that.
No, that is super interesting.
Yeah.
I'm happy that you're thinking about it. You're probably ahead of most then. That's good.
Okay.
I'll write that.
This.
I'll jot down my thoughts when I have them.
Yeah, I'd love to hear them. Okay, so there's some SSR error. So this page is client side though. Why would there be an SSR error?
Well, what does it say? We can't see the full error, unfortunately, because of the stream. But what is
Oh,
the?
because of the stream.
But it's okay. It just figure out where it is.
It's some like Webpack thing. Oh, it's something with the React list player. This
Is
this
it
just sounds
trying
like
to
something that.
render? Is it trying? Are you sure this is server? This is use client. This pages.
Yeah, it says use client on the top.
Oh no.
I wonder if we just need to. Okay, here we go. Oh, it's just doing a dynamic import of that, the player.
Oh no.
Will that fix it? That fixes it, actually. Oh, that doesn't.
This won't be patched up. Did you see that? Um. Okay,
Wait,
man.
this won't match.
It's gone.
Okay, so
There. We could have just made a list view.
should we just create our own? Just roll our own?
We could have just made a list.
I feel like it's like whenever I want to take a shortcut, it always takes longer than if I just
right?
don't take a shortcut. Is that just you, or is it just me?
No,
Um, all right,
this is where we got to.
let's
Well, we're 1 hour into the stream, so I'm gonna have a cookie.
I should have brought snacks. That would have helped, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Have you ever had a pumpkin
Yeah.
cookie?
I ever had a pumpkin cookie?
See,
No, I haven't. I don't think I have. Oh, it looks like a pumpkin as well. Very festive of you. I guess we're getting close to October. It's
yeah,
that time of year.
the leaves are changing.
You're in New Hampshire right now, right?
Yeah, we're just starting to have some orange leaves.
Nice. I'm jealous. I'm just
So
gonna say remove React list player and let's create our own.
yeah, it's kind of hard not having never used this library before.
Yeah. Yeah, that was probably the mistake, is to try and use some unknown library.
Let me check it out on GitHub.
Yeah. I think at the very least we could probably wrap this up with just at least the chat interacting with the existing music card. That probably would have been just the right first move.
Wait. Well,
I had a great time chatting with
we
you,
could have.
James.
Oh no, I wasn't. I wasn't being. Did I look sad? I was just focused on reading the GitHub.
Oh yeah, no.
I think I also was looking a bit. I think also had this moment of I was looking at the GitHub repo, and I was just checking some of the metrics, which were not looking good.
You always gotta check when was the latest commit.
It was last year.
Yep, that's probably the reason.
Well, this says the last release was 2024, and January 2024. It's got 50 stars. Maybe we should do more due diligence. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I agree. Okay,
But
so gotta wrap the
I have
music
it works though.
player interactables. Yeah, I don't know. Well, it's probably like whatever their stack was. They probably weren't using next. I bet I have a strong feeling it's like some next thing. It's always some next thing.
Yeah, they may have just been doing this in a SPA. Let's see.
All right, so we went ahead and just replaced it with your amazing Tambo ready player. But I realized whatever the code did, it didn't actually wrap it in the HOC. So we'll have it do that next. And that should make it work. Okay, so we'll just like walk through what it did. So
Okay.
this is looking much better. So this is the music card you created, which is quite simple, but works really well. So we'll stick to this one.
Burhan
then-
created it, and then I deleted half the code. That's how we work together.
Yeah.
It's a team thing.
I
like
vibe any codes.
Okay, yeah, that makes a ton of sense. I always feel like editing is always like, you can tell that's skill right there, is to be able to like cut down code. So this is pretty simple. So basically, although it's interesting, it re-implemented the Zod object. I should have just used the one that you already created. I'm not sure why it did that, but that's fine. Import that interactable player, and then I actually have a PR that. Oh wait, no, it doesn't see
Do
it.
Beatles.
Oh no, it did see it. It did see
It's
it.
easy. Play the Beatles.
Play the Beatles. Oh, the Beatle.
It's okay.
All right, so
it's
okay. Search the Beatle.
Perfect.
There we go.
Good song. That one makes me happy.
Me too. Actually, oh, fun fact about this song. I'm gonna go off on a side tangent just because why not? There's only a few people listening to us. I in college I got in a prank war with a friend of mine, and I won't tell you all the pranks, but the last prank was when I faked putting a snake in her bed, and that ended it. So no snakes, no pets were harmed in this by the way. But one of the pranks I did was I took an old phone of mine
Hmm.
and I put on like 5 or 6 different alarms on it that all went off in the middle of the night. And one of the songs, the last alarm was "Here Comes the Sun" at 6 a.m. since it was like right around when the sun would come up.
Uh-huh.
And I then put it in her vent and screwed it into the wall. So like every
Uh,
hour for like 5 hours, like for like all night, this alarm would go off, and the only way to fix it was to go and like unscrew the vent. She told me it never worked. I don't believe her. I think it kept her up all night, or like at least 2 or 3 times, and then she just claimed that it didn't actually wake her up. Because I tested it, and that thing definitely worked. But that was pretty out there. All right. Let's also see. I wonder in the code. Okay, so all I can do right now is pass in title, artist, album,
hmm.
right? Let's go. Let's tell it to update the music card. Um, let's update the music card so you can control it with a Tambo interactable. Or well, I guess it already does that. Let's update it so you can control it. Control, let's say specifically, play
Yo, wow.
and pause.
Yeah. Oh, that's cute. Um,
It's a good first step. We'll do it iteratively from here on out. I think
yeah.
we tried having it do big stuff. It can't do it.
No, I bet though. I was about to say, I bet if you gave it like a super clear prompt telling it to um allow a list of songs and then to show those in a list, I bet it would probably figure it out because it's not that it's actually not too much code
Yeah.
to make a list below the
I
song.
I have a pretty good. We could just have it do all this and just say don't use that other player.
Let's see. Stay low key.
Play,
Play.
pause. Also, I like how it has resume. Like, don't you feel like play would be enough? But I don't know.
Wait, did you write these prompts or are you generating these prompts with AI?
I wrote an original prompt and then had the AI try and like.
Oh.
This is my thing. I'm too lazy. I think
How
honestly that's the
many
biggest
layers
problem with
deep
AI.
are we? I'm like, wait, you didn't even write the prompt?
I wrote an original prompt and then I had it all kind of clean it up for me. But it did.
You prompted the prompt.
I prompted
AI
the
squared.
prompt. Yeah, what's that meme where it's like you just keep, or not the meme, but the classic video where you're going into an infinite mirror or something, and it just keeps going and going.
Oh yeah. Like it was AI the whole time. That thing.
Yeah.
The astronauts. Yeah.
Okay. Let's play the music.
Just play. Just play.
Play.
Ah.
It works.
Yeah.
So this is actually something that I was telling you about that PR that I have in that we merged, but I don't think the template was using it when you created yours. But what it does is it like passes all the interactables as additional
Yes,
context.
exactly.
So it just saves like that entire so it doesn't have to look for it every time.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and that makes it a lot faster, and it also makes it a lot better at knowing what's available on page.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's really helps a lot. Yeah.
yeah, I agree. Okay, so question. How are you feeling? Do you want to keep going, or should we
Let's do one more prompt.
one more
Let's see if
prompt?
it can
Okay, let's do it.
let's see if it can load a list.
Yeah, let's do it. Create a list of songs that the player will play one after another, and make that list controllable via a Tambo interactable.
Hmm. Wait, so you're gonna have two interactables?
We could have it as one, actually. Should I stop it and
Well, I don't
make that
know.
clear?
I thought it would be
Let's
one.
let's let's just one.
I thought it'd be
Yeah.
one, but if you do it as two, mm, it might be hard. I don't know how they would talk to each other.
So actually, I have some experience where we do have separate interactables. I think the analytics template does that. Let me finish this prompt and then we can talk about it a little bit. But to use the existing card, music card, is that what it's called? Yeah. So I have, it actually works pretty well having multiple interactables as long as the state is synced between the other components. So like the example that I did
Yeah.
is the analytics template. The tabs aren't interactable themselves, and so those are always visible. But then it can only access the state of that tab when it's visible on the page. And so I had that as two separate interactables so that it can basically like control which tab is visible.
Mm-hmm.
And then that actually might be fun. We should do another live stream, just like go through the analytics template because it's actually pretty cool where it's doing like almost all the stuff that we have envisioned for what, well, not all, but some of the stuff we have envisioned for the next few months, where you can chat with it, generate components, you can move those components onto this canvas, and that canvas has tabs, and the chat can interact with the tabs, so it can create new tabs, it can edit the tabs, name, can remove tabs, and then when that tab is in view, there's another interactable on that page that tells the like chat what it's looking at, and then you can interact with those, so it can change the titles of the components for now. But imagine like, it wouldn't be that hard for us to have it change all the values. I just did the titles for now.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see. It built.
My concern is just that the React components themselves need to share a state in order for the playlist to control the player and the player to.
Oh yeah. So I used there's like a ton of these. Like I just used ZooStand as like a state, like a local state management, and that worked fine. Yeah.
Yeah, but you'll have to anyways, if you do them as two separate interactables, then you need to have state management.
Yeah. Although this is interesting, I said to use the existing interactable, and it just went ahead and created a whole new one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like literally, I said use existing music card interactable. I guess it's called player interactable. So maybe that's the. Oh, okay. This is actually not so bad. It actually just imports the music card.
Okay, yeah. So it's nested
and wraps it. So that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
I thought it just generated something entirely new. That's great. That would be like that's pretty off the wall. But now there's.
Whoa.
Okay, that's not quite not quite what we wanted, but okay. Yeah. Maybe the use existing music card was probably what put it off track. No, the list should just be the song name and artist, not a full music player. But when you click on it, it should update the state of the music player. Can't type. I also agree with you. I think this is pretty wild what it tried to do. Also, like none of these buttons work. Oh, maybe that's just that needs to be refreshed or something.
Wait, try playing one.
The the these buttons work, but the like play this or play next,
Yeah,
this is all just vaporware
yeah, that
or there's something.
yeah, because there's not an easy way to hook into that state that to play from outside the component.
Yeah, I'm just gonna turn this off for now because it's always doing that. Doo-doo-doo. Okay, thought for 24 seconds about what I said.
I wish everyone would think for 24 seconds about what I say.
Me too, actually.
It's nice.
Let's look at some of the thoughts though. It needs to update. I need to update the playlist interactable to show the simple list of song titles and artists. When clicked, it should set the current index and play state to true. Okay, this looks better. Let's see if it can at least update the playlists. Oh.
Ouch. Yeah, it just doesn't work if it's empty. Like when the list is empty, it just crashes.
Oh, yeah. But
It's like
it shouldn't have made the playlist be empty though.
yes, but one thing I noticed when I was building my app was that it streams data, right? So
Yeah.
there may be 1 second
Oh,
as it's streaming that the prop is empty.
true. True.
And
That's true.
I got that with my music player because it doesn't like to have an empty string for the image. So I had to handle that corner case.
Yeah. How did you handle it? So did you just handle it by handling empty state? We also have
Yeah.
a hook that you can use that tells it like the stream status.
Yeah, but I want it like I don't mind it streaming bit by bit. Like I think that's cool. So I just use a conditional. So if it's empty,
Yeah.
just use the placeholder. Um, but
Yeah.
in any case, if it's there's still the case where the URL is halfway printed out, and then it would of course show a image not found. But these are not really bothering me. Um, it just the TypeScript or the JavaScript doesn't like it if it's
Yeah.
completely
I mean, it
empty.
makes sense.
Yeah,
It should error if
yeah,
you expect something and
yeah. Okay, okay,
okay.
okay. This looks
It's
beautiful.
thinking, thinking.
Can you see what it's
Uh,
rendering?
I could look. Actually, we should do that. I feel like something might have gone wrong, but we'll just look at
Maybe
Tambo
it's
code.
just well, it's got 10 songs. That's the thing. Each
Might be
search
taking a while.
each search is
Yeah.
returns 10 songs.
All right. Actually, you know what? Let me zoom in first.
Oh,
Use this to find it. Show me messages and music demo.
oh no. We're chatting with the chat. Oh,
Oh, that's not a good sign.
ouch. Has it finished yet?
The other chat. It did. Oh,
Hey, see,
okay.
it's got 10 songs. It takes a while. But click on one of them.
Yeah, you can't click on them. Or you can try. This looks
Okay,
right.
wait.
I mean, this is correct though.
But that's what you're saying. You need to add zoo stand in. Like, there's no shared state between the two components, right?
No, but it's one
Oh, it is one. Are you
component,
sure?
right? Because
Let's see.
it's wrapped. So um,
Yeah, but it's wrapped, but the music player doesn't have an interface for playing songs. You'd want to wrap the list inside the player, not the player inside the list, unfortunately, because that's where the song playing state is stored inside the player. See what I'm saying?
yeah, I see what you're
The
saying.
guts
Yeah,
the
yeah.
guts are in the player. So either you need to move the list inside the player or rip the guts out of the player and put them in the list.
Mm, yeah.
Well,
Well,
but
this
that's
is
just a normal that's just a React issue.
yeah, that's just a React. No,
Tempo
no, no,
thing
no.
is
I'm more. My brain was trying to be like, okay, how much effort will it be to do that right now? Um,
yeah.
and also, I wasn't. I thought this would take like much less time, which is my classic. My maybe my whole entire life problem is everything feels like it should be faster.
Oh yeah.
But I'm gonna. How about this? I let's leave it here. I feel like we at least got like the core stuff done
Mhm.
and proving that we can kind of like at least get the chat to interface with it. And now we're really just solving some like React
Yeah.
problems and just like product architecture so that the chat can do the right stuff. Um, but the core stuff works, which is just like the player. I can say, play the first song in the list. That'll work. But I would like to get to the point where it actually works more like a standard player.
Yeah. Um I dig it.
Because I definitely don't have to type in play the first song in the list every time I want to do it.
Yeah, but
Oh,
when
and it
voice
also
mode
doesn't work.
when voice mode comes to Tambo, that's going to be cool.
Yeah, this would be cool with voice too. I did think about though, voice with a music player is tough because depending on how you're playing music, you probably won't want to use your voice to power it or control it.
Well, it works for Alexa.
That's true. That's true. I guess yeah, if it can do a good job of isolating your voice, if the music is playing on a speaker, that's the
Mhm.
main thing I was thinking of. I guess. Cool. I say let's leave it here and come back to this.
Let's do
What do you
it.
think?
Yeah. Um I enjoyed learning about Oh, hey, we're hung. I enjoyed learning about Tambo. I think it's nice to see the development.
Yeah, I know it's probably getting pretty late for you over there on the East Coast,
Time for dinner.
East-ish coast. Time for dinner. Cool, man.
East Coast. We got New Hampshire has Atlantic Ocean.
Oh, you're right. New Hampshire does have it. Yeah, you're right. It is East Coast. It is East Coast. I always get like New Hampshire and Vermont like mentally
Yeah.
mixed up in my head. I know that they're different, but I always think that New Hampshire is where Vermont is.
It's okay. I get Washington and Oregon mixed up all the time.
Oh wow, it's really have to stick it to me now.
You're from Oregon, right?
Yeah. I'm from Oregon. Actually, I'm not from Washington, anyways. I live in Seattle. I'm not from here.
Okay.
But cool. Hey, see y'all later.
Okay.
Awesome.
Peace. Later,
All right.
Tambo fans. Catch you in the next stream.
Bye.
Bye.